Hello guys, welcome back to LCK's chess channel, and today we're going to analyze the game between Magnus and Nepomniachtchi in the World Chess Championship match is happening right now. So this is the second game. The first game I just uploaded yesterday, and today is the second game. And you know, yesterday I uploaded the first game, and yesterday also was the second game, but today is the third game, and I'm going to analyze the second game. Okay, but let's just see on the game. So lost of level thing you move e4 today, but in surprise he moved d4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight f3 is the Indian defense and the names are Indian, and then d5, g3, bishop e7, bishop g2, and then he basically come to the Catalan opening close variation. So castling and both play a castle. Here the game was very equal. Magnus have a 0.2 advantage, but I think it's not a big advantage. And d captures c4, queen to c2, b5, knight e5, and then c6. And then this move is basically a very good move by Jan because it's not a blunder, because it's just a very good move, because there are lots of moves that can basically lose the game if you don't know how to if you do not know how to play. c6, a4, and then knight to d5, and then this knight to c3 moves was an inaccuracy and gave Nepo a very big advantage. Okay, so Nepo thinks for some 11 minutes, and then he moves f6, knight back to f3, queen d7, and the advantage was black was having little bit better. e4, knight b4, queen e2, and then a little inaccuracy by Jan, because sorry, in this position I think knight a6 was better. Knight back there was super better. But oh yeah, that move was better. But I think he moved knight over there with a little inaccuracy. But still, it was e4, and then when bishop b7, the game got it completely equal, no advantage. And then pawn take have a little advantage, 0.6, but I think have a little, and I think yeah, in this move knight over here wasn't I'm sorry, knight over here when he moved there was oh sorry, there wasn't a very good move. And then knight to b3, like a good move, and then rook to b1, a big inaccuracy by Magnus Carlsen. Okay, so this game when I saw it, I really thought that Jan will basically have lots of winning chances, but he take it. Knight captures c1, rook captures c1, rook a8, rook d1, bishop a8, and then bishop e4, and then he moves and big inaccuracy which makes the game completely draw. c3. c3 you may see why is a free pawn, because the free pawn means that it's a draw, but there will be a little good position. c3 is just a draw. Yeah, I have a little advantage like a 1.01, but I think Nepo did not see it, and then they just play on. Yeah, rook d to b8, king g2, a6, king h3, rook c6, queen d4, king g8, c4, queen c7, queen g4, rook captures d6, e captures d6, queen captures d6, c5, queen captures c5, queen captures e6, king g7, and then the advantage was just everything draw is rook captures a6, rook f8, f4, queen f5 check, queen captures f5, rook captures f5, rook a7 with check, king to g8, king to f4, rook b5, rook e7, rook a5, rook e5, rook a7 h4, king g7 h5, king h6 king h4, rook a1 g4. This move when I saw I thought it was blunder, but I did not know. And then rook h1 with check, king to g8, g captures h5, Oh, what is that? G captures h5, rook to e6 with check, king to g7, g5, rook g1, king f2, rook a4, king f3. Oh, not king f3, I'm sorry, it's rook to h6, rook to a4, king f3, rook a3 with check, king to f4, and finally rook to f4. The player in this and was in this position that the player agreed to a draw, and then the game ended in a peaceful draw. So the game, when you see, is very complicated basically. Sorry for the sound. Yeah, the game was very complicated. Magnus was in the very big trouble, but I think Jan did not see it the win. And yeah, so today is going to be the third game of the day. So wait a minute. Yep, the first two games finished in there. Okay, I'm going to tell you the time format, everything. So the thing is, first you have 120 minutes for 40 moves, and if you already pass 40 moves you will get 1 hour, and if you must get 1 hour, and after 60 moves only you will get increment. There are 14 games. If the game everything tie, they will go to the tie break, and then if everything go draw, tie, and they will go to the Armageddon section, and if you draw, black will wins. So there are no things that if everything draw what will happen, but just like this. But who reached the 7 point half win, he will become the world champion. Okay, so Magnus is currently the world champion and Nepo is challenger. But if Nepomniachtchi wins this match or even wins the game, he will become the world champion. He will become the world chess champion, and Magnus will not be the world champion anymore. He will be a former world champion, and Nepomniachtchi will be the world champion if he wins this match. So it's a big match. There are lots. If you want to be a challenger, you must qualify for the candidates tournament. If you want to qualify the candidates tournament, there are 8 bits. Though there are some ways. So I'm going to tell the ways. First is going to World Cup and winning or getting a runner-up. Second is by rating. Third is by FIDE, chess.com Grand Swiss, which just happened, and 2% Fabi and Alireza go through candidates. And then FIDE, just FIDE, not chess.com, but FIDE Grand Prix. It's top 2 will go to the candidates, and finally the loser of the World Chess Championship match will go. So that's how to qualify for the candidates. It's not easy to qualify the candidates. So next categories is 2022 candidates. So I'm going to tell you the person who go to the candidates tournament. First is Jan Krzysztof Duda, from Poland Grandmaster. Seria Karyakin, former challenger, former World Chess Championship challenger in 2016. And then Alireza Firuza, so world number 2. Fabiano Caruana, US champion, not US champion, I mean US number 1 player. And then Temur Rajabov, Azerbaijan player. And then the loser, Nepo or Magnus, will go to the candidates tournament. So, and then Grand Prix, don't know. So, bye.